Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Basement, the drug selling simulator. Yes, this is a interesting little game. It's kind of a parody of Breaking Bad, if you will. It does have that definite vibe, especially in the normal play through area. I may do another series showing how to beat the various missions. Levels 1 through 3, not too hard. 3 takes a little while. You can do it a quick way where you just bash their faces in. It's a little bit of an odd thing to do, but anyway. You also have 3 more that are actually quite difficult. The Police Captain, Territory Wars, and Lab are all 3 kind of difficult, but we're going to jump into Sandbox just so I can give you a rundown of the basic mechanics of the game, just so you can get used to that and see if you actually enjoy it. And if you do, comment down below and I'll go ahead and do that other series. I might do it anyway, I don't know yet. But anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into the Sandbox. We have a few options here. You can start with a big building with only a little bit of money, or you can start with a tiny building with a lot of money, or a medium building with the same amount of money as the big building, which is really strange to me. I don't know why that is a thing. You can control how many AI factions there are. I'm going to start with 2 just so they'll actually fight each other a little bit, and you can control how many buildings you have. Let's just go ahead full bore large building. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do like maybe 8 large buildings, 2 medium, 2 small. We'll have a fairly big area to work with, especially with 2 AI. They'll fight over the other buildings before they come after me. But they'll still come after me and they'll still trounce my ass because the AI starts with so much more than me. And they don't actually sell. They just use a steady cash flow system. So that is a little bit weird. I do wish the AI was more developed so it actually competed on the same terms as me. But gripey, that's enough from me. We have all the buildings listed here down at the bottom if you don't notice it initially. It's going to be a bunch of buildings and you have red and green. I'm going to slow down the clock so I don't die super fast. I might still lose horribly, but let's go ahead and sell off the decoration buildings. You have like offices, you'll have servers and stuff like that that you can sell once you've taken over a building. Words coming out of my face, not doing very well there. Let's go ahead and dig a hole. We can sell our money storage. You have a base storage of 1,000, and these add 1,500 to that. It's useful later on in the game, so we're going to go ahead and dig a few things, and we need to hire a few people to start selling stuff for us. So I'm going to go with yellows because they're cheap, and they're actually quite effective. This isn't really the best one. It's got 0.9 production per day. Marty is not the best. Hopefully we get a 1 on the other one. Nope, we got 0.9s. We are crap off. But next time we get to hire one, we'll hire Randall, and he'll be good production. But the yellows tend to do a little bit better for me, and I don't know why. But let's go ahead and build a very important room. Since we're drug dealers, we need to develop drugs. So you need to actually go down there and don't grab any of our green. We actually need that for the other guy. But he's going to go ahead and start producing, and we'll go ahead and go back up to normal speed so we actually produce some. But you can see there's a variety of buildings, and they actually have backgrounds and stuff like that that are representative of what they are. You have an investor building which has a bunch of servers and a bunch of office dudes in it. You have a bank that has a bunch of money in it, really good to take over early on for some extra cash. You have big offices which have many floors. And you can come down here, we'll see that we have some smaller buildings. The enemy buildings are about the same size as ours. They're a little bit smaller, but they're already developed. And they will sit here and they'll act like they're growing, but they don't actually do anything. It's a little bit of a weird thing until they actually assault somebody. And there's green down there on the far side. Position doesn't really matter. They'll attack anywhere on the board. In fact, they usually will attack like right over by me, which makes me nervous as hell because I'll see their little truck coming by. I'm like, do I need to hire an assault force all of a sudden? Because you can do that at the very last second. You can hire an assault force to kind of defend you. And we're going to go ahead and dig out a little bit over here. It's a little expensive. It's $50 to dig out each of these. It's because of how this goes down. Bottom floor is going to cost 100 per block to unlock, which is a decent amount. We're going to go ahead and build another grow room if we can. No, we can't. We need another generator. Or we need to upgrade the generator that we have. I want to bring the generator underground, though, so getting it down here is pretty important. We have a lot of buildings we can build. In the production thing, we have grow boxes, dope kitchens, acid stalls, and crystallizer pans, which give us access to different drugs. You have white, you have purple, brown, and green. Green is the safest. Green generally doesn't draw any cop attention, but we see that intoxication amount right there. It tends to draw the attention of cops. Aggression causes them to possibly assault you while you're selling to them, and exploding causes explosions. It's funny. It can also cause explosion while making it, but exploding is pretty funny because you'll have them out here doing their drugs and you'll hear like boom and you see a small explosion right there. It doesn't kill them, it just explodes. It's creepy. And explosions in production don't generally kill your guys, but they can injure them. So if you don't have a medical lab, which we actually could build, there's medical labs here, the infirmaries, and you have a few training rooms like libraries, treadmills. That builds stamina, that builds production, like your productivity, and training room builds your strength and your life. This is the rest room, which is, well, break room. This is the most important thing, because if your stamina gets low, your productivity goes way down. So that, the selling rooms, and drug production are pretty much the most important, with power being next, and then locker rooms. The rest of this pretty much optional. Even drug research is optional. I would probably recommend getting it, and if you have a building where you can swipe those research stalls from them, you actually could get some interesting things going on. But it doesn't look like we actually have any research facilities here, unfortunately. Sometimes you'll have them spawn. We have a prison here, which I've never actually taken over in a sandbox mode, so it could be an interesting thing to do. I keep telling myself I need another power generator, and I go ahead and build one there. And let's go ahead and build another locker room. Reason I'm not upgrading the locker room, for those of you that actually know a little bit about the game, is it costs 2 energy and it only gives us 1 worker slot. I'd rather just have a second locker room. That way we can just hire more people. And I'm going to go ahead and hire Randall. We'll hire Rose in a little bit. We don't really need her just yet, because I want to wait until after midnight, after we pay everybody, to hire another person. Because you're going to see our cash go down probably into the negative, if I had to guess, or close to it. Nope, it only went to 33. Thank goodness. We are not completely broke. It doesn't cause any huge problems. It's just a little bit of an irritant. So we've got these little dealer rooms here. These are the crappy dealer rooms. They only allow for 2 customers. So yeah, they're not exactly optimal. Come here, Rose. Let's go ahead and hire you, so you guys can start producing and dealing a lot faster. We eventually want to get a bunch of kind of gangsters to start taking over other buildings, so we could take over like the bank to get some extra cash and use it to take over, kind of go into other buildings. That's a strategy, and I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. We're probably going to hit the bank, and then we're going to start hitting red and green. I haven't seen them move out yet, and they still have their full crew in those buildings. We probably won't be able to hire enough to destroy them. We might be able to destroy 1, but then they're going to start attacking us, which is pretty nasty. They'll attack us even without provocation, though, so it's something to consider. We have 1 break room, though, and I need to upgrade that, honestly. Otherwise, it's going to cause problems, because the break room is where they all recover stamina, and as soon as they're out of stamina, they need to start recovering. You can see the little frowny face there. And generally, you need to watch their stamina, you need to watch their life, and you need to watch their damage, as well as your income. Thankfully, you can go as negative as you want, and it's not a problem. The only problem comes is that you can't buy anything while you're negative, so you can't like push yourself even further negative. So you generally want to keep an eye on that, and you may have to fire people to actually get your income positive. Right now, our income is doing fine, though. And you can see how quickly he recovered stamina there. Productivity is such an important skill, and I love the yellows as far as production goes. They're pretty fun. I'm hoping we'll see some combat relatively quick. It doesn't look like red and green are getting aggressive, though, which is a little bit weird. Usually they're aggressive by now. So we're going to go ahead and build another room. Let's go with another locker room. Boom. And after midnight, we'll hire some folks if we have the money. We need to hire some fighting people to take this over. I'm going to just get rid of this. The white is good. It sells for a decent amount of money, but it draws the attention of the cops, and the cops will raid your building. I could suicide by using that, but also you need some way to ship it from here to here, which I'm not going to do. These guys are making decent bank. We're building up a small storage there. I do want to also build up to get a better dealer room. Dealer room 2 is significantly better. Dealer room 2 is kind of your best step before dealer room 4. I don't ever build dealer room 3s. I can show them to you right here. You have 1, 2, 4, and 3. 4 gives you 5 customers, which means you get 5 customers a day, whereas dealer room 3 is 4 customers a day, and it just kind of goes down like that. They generally, I say a day, that's because green has a 1-day cycle. These other ones have shorter cycles, like you can see the duration. 1 day, you have 2 days on the brown, you have 3/4 of a day on the purple, and you have 3/4 of a day on the white as default. You can research to adjust those. But I like the green because it gives me a nice little cycle. Please do not be stopping at my base. Thank you. Where are you guys attacking? They're attacking the very tiny building at the very end. So I'm going to have to take out 2 buildings if I want to take out red. I'm going to actually take over the bank first because the bank is a bit more promising. Yeah, they attacked loft. Take over the bank and then we'll start assaulting them. Hopefully green does not choose to attack us. That'd be pretty painful for me. And we are going to build 1 more room here. We do need more income though. This is starting to be a little bit of a chokehold right here with these 2. Normally I would have had my dealer room level 2 up, but I've been talking and distracting myself and actually doing other stupid things. So, slowly building up. This building is not a bad format. I do eventually move my generators underground. That way I can use all the top floors for dealer rooms and even storage, and downstairs for growing and for lockers and stuff like that. Let's see, we have a good chunk of change. After midnight we should still have, I want to say probably 200 something. If I had to guess. We need more dealer rooms though. Let's see what it says after midnight. 200 something please. And we can actually fast forward so we can build up some extra cash a lot quicker. Boom, boom, boom. We need to get up to about 600 so I can just do a couple waves of characters. And red is attacking something. They're attacking another building. Red is expanding, and that's making me nervous. Let's go ahead and hire 2 kind of beat 'em up guys. Boom and boom. And we'll have you guys attack here. Free attack. Good job. Go after them. Oh, we attacked the wrong building. Crap. We can still sell the stuff, but... Red attacks gym, and we're probably going to lose our guys on this one, but they're going to take out a decent chunk of them because we have bruisers versus office workers, and they'll end up taking down the front guy. You'll see worker fallen whenever that happens. There's worker died, and there's our other worker died. We took out 1 floor, and they don't replenish, so obviously you can just kind of whittle them down that way, which is a pretty good strategy. We're probably going to lose to the AI because they are expanding so quickly. That is one reason I don't like that the AI has essentially an unlimited pool of money. They don't actually produce on the same tiers as us. So, and they start with an entire crew rather than just a partial crew like us. But we want that bank, honestly. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to play mode, and it's going to be almost midnight. Yeah, we want this bank. So let's go with, I'm going to build 1 more locker room. There, boom. And let's see, we need to fast forward again just a little bit more, hoping they don't attack us. I do fast forwarding a lot because building up the cash is a little bit monotonous. I do wish you had more things to do, and possibly I wish you could have rotating characters. They attack business center. Where are they attacking? Which business center? Oh, they're attacking that business center. Oh, dang. They might not succeed in that one. Yeah, they're losing their guys. They're down to 2 guys. Yeah, and they're 2 guys versus 3 down here. It's cop versus them. I don't think... Yeah, they fended it off. We could take a really big building there for really, really cheap now. Let's go ahead and hire. Yeah, we'll take over that building. Hire and hire. And you notice I'm just getting throwaway characters here. This is one of the strategies that I don't like that it works, but it makes sense. Just hire a bunch of thugs and let them get their crap beat out of them. In the normal story, you actually have a couple free characters you can leave in here, so you don't have to spend any money to maintain it. So that is an advantage there. I do wish in the sandbox mode you could enable that, so you'd start with the main character. Which one's just standing there? Oh, they're just going in. Okay. 1 on each. Who wins? Okay, we found a fighting magazine, which will improve our strength, and a productivity brochure. Oh, and their guys are coming in after us. Crap. That was not pleasant. Red attacked after we attacked. They basically did to us what we were planning to do to green. So red is in a very big advantage here, but they won't sell anything in there. So if we take it over, we can still sell all of that. I do wish we would have gotten it before they would have gotten there. That was kind of a janky move on their part. That was actually a really janky move on the computer's part. Don't know why they attacked there. But, yeah, that's a pain in the butt. We do want a better building. But that's generally how it plays. You go in and you take over buildings. Once everything's dead in there, if I can get a good amount of cash, I'll take over this other building real quick. I need to get up to about 600 over there. That's why I have it on face forward. I just want to show you what happens whenever you take over a building. You can take out factions. If you destroy the last red building, red is gone. If you destroy the last green building, green is gone. Green is losing absolutely horribly right now. Let's go ahead and hire. And we'll hire ourselves some beat-em-ups. We'll hire you, and we don't have enough cash for another one, so let's go ahead and take all our free guys. And I do like that the guys show up immediately, so you can use this as a defensive method. Just have some cash laying around, and if the enemy decides to attack you, just hire a bunch of thugs and pull them in at the very last minute. And hopefully they don't attack us right after we take this building. Can we beat these guys up? I think we can. I think they're going to be... Oh, no, wow. They're actually doing pretty good against us. You guys want to go upstairs and take those guys out? We have got 2 workers left. We only lost 1 worker. Yay, and we found sneakers. So that we've taken over this building, and you see that it turns green. Do they actually have still guys in there? Yeah. Let's go ahead and attack that. But you don't need to leave characters in there to secure it. You just can start selling stuff, and that's pretty good. You can't sell stuff that's on the shelf unless you have it shipped back and forth. I'm not going to ship that back because I don't want the cops coming to my place. So we're going to go ahead and just sell that, and you can gut buildings and then use it to attack other buildings, which is not really a bad idea to do. But you have to attack the right buildings. We did not attack the bank. We attacked the investor's office. And now we can just build like here like normal. We can dig out. We can expand it just like we did our home base. And you can build various other buildings. You can build other drugs. You can have different buildings handle different drugs. If you don't want to ship between them, you could have one building be your green building, one be your white, one be your purple if you don't have any shipping. If you have shipping, it gets all mixed up and horrible. You can set sales priorities here. Like if I want to prioritize green here, I can raise green up to the top, and I can put like purple below it and stuff like that, just to prioritize what they're going to put in the shop. And it doesn't matter what you have there. The people wandering around outside will buy whatever you have. So that's kind of a bit of a weird thing. You'd think they'd want their specific kind of drug, their specific kind of high. But that's pretty much how the game plays. You go through like this, you build small armies. I've had 20 plus characters before on a map, and you can do raids, you can train them up. As far as training up goes, let's go ahead and go build room. You can go in here and you can say, get the stamina one where they'll run on the treadmill. You can get the training room where they'll punch the bag. Go ahead and get the punching bag. And whenever they're training, I'm going to go ahead and basically give up on this round. But this guy comes in here and he'll start punching the bag, and you'll see a little bar move across. As soon as that bar fills up, you can experience chunk, and the amount of the size of the chunk decreases as he levels up. So at level 5, you're going to take several stamina bars just to fill that up. And they're attacking me, aren't they? No, they're attacking the investor building. Where are they going? Oh no, they're attacking the bank that I wanted. But yeah, that's pretty much how you play the game. You want to train up your characters. I've had these guys be better than the default bruisers before. I've armed them with guns, items you can throw on to boost their stamina. You can use experience books to boost their experience, and you have different packs. Basically, they're basically the drugs, if you're wondering. You have white, brown, green, and purple that give you a temporary boost, like efficiency, and you have invincibility. Invincibility doesn't really work that well, but anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time on the channel. I will do a few episodes over the harder to beat missions though, I think. But keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.